problem 10. Find the area and perimeter of each of the following figures. In order to do that, you have to do area of a rectangle, which is length times width. So before, one way to do this is break the problem into an area model with fractions, which you can see here. And we've done that method a lot. But another method would be just to convert to benchmark fractions, because 3.5 is 3.5, and 5 1/4 is 5.25. So to find the area, you multiply the length times the width. So we're going to multiply 5.25 times 3.5. So I'm going to start that multiplication process. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. Carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 more is 26. Now I put a placeholder in, and I do 3 times 5 is 15. So I carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and then 3 times 5 is 15. So 5, 7, 13, carry the 1, 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 8, and 18. So if I look at my estimate, if I had estimated first, it would be about 5 times 3, which is 15. So that helps me use my number sense to place my decimal right there. Also, counting the decimals, the digits beyond the decimal in the problem, there's 3, so there should be 3 digits after the decimal. So changing from benchmark fractions to decimals gives me 18.375 centimeters squared. And if you look back at the other method using fractions, it's a bit more work with the fractions right here, all the way down to 18 3/8. It's the same answer. It's a little more work. So if you have the ability to convert from decimal to fraction and fraction to decimal, you might choose that. Similarly with perimeter, over here you can see perimeter is just adding the 4 sides, and it's pretty easy to do with fractions. 3.5 plus 3.5 makes 7. 5 1/4 plus 5 1/4 make 10.5. So together you have 17.5. You can do perimeter with decimals too. Perimeter would just be 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 5.25 plus 5.25. When you add that up, it still makes 7 plus 10.5, so you get 17.5 centimeters. All right, this next one, there's different ways to do this. You can surround it and find the area of the big rectangle, and then subtract the area of the small rectangle. That seems to be the easiest way for some people, for a lot of kids. So that's what we're going to do here. This is 8 because this is 5 from here to here, and this is 3 from here to here. So together, 5 plus 3 make 8. So that green rectangle has an area of 8 by 8, which is 64 square centimeters. Now, this is 4.2, and we have to figure out what this is, because that yellow rectangle, we pull it out of the problem, we know that it's 5, but we don't know what this side is yet. We need to figure that out. But we do know together, this side, the missing side, plus 4.2 make 8 units. So we're going to say 8.0, take away 4.2, and we find that the missing side is 3.8 centimeters. So now we can put that here. And figure out the area of that little yellow rectangle. So 5 times 3.8. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 4 is 19. And I need 1 decimal place. So this is 19.0, or just 19. I'm subtracting the big rectangle, take away the little rectangle, because then I would be left with this shaded area. So in order to do that, I have to do 64, take away 19. Fourteen take away 9 is 5. 5 take away 1 is 4. So my area of the shaded region is 45 square centimeters. To do perimeter, I'm going to erase this and start again for perimeter, just so it's easier to read. Remember, we found this to be 3.8 centimeters. So for perimeter, you have to add all the sides. In other words, you look for that, remember that word rim is built in to the word perimeter. You're adding everything on the rim. So this is 4.2. And then this, if you remember, we just figured out was 8. Plus another 8. Plus 3. Plus 3.8. Plus 5. I've completed the rim. Now I can add the parts. 2 and 8 make 10. Carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 8 more. 13. Plus 8 more. 21. Plus 3 more. 24. Plus 3 more. 27. Plus 5 more. 32. So 32 centimeters.